What's going on, Getting on the Pod? This is your boy Ivory here. How you guys doing today? Happy New Year! All right, guys, you know we're here. New set, new studio, microphones. Yes, microphones for 2025. I was told that. We have microphones again. So before we get started today, I wanted to say for my first guest of the new year, I'm excited for. Because one, I've been trying to get them both at the same time here for a while now. And now that it's finally happened, you know what I'm saying? Especially with my first guest of 2025, you know what I'm saying, guys? So these are my boys for over a decade. We have one that's already been on the podcast. We have one that's entering the podcast. So please, I want to introduce you guys to Brandon Baker and Steven Brito.
Steven
Brito.
Tongue-tied.
No, I know.
Steven is crazy.
Man, but listen, guys, I'm so glad you guys are here. I really appreciate you guys doing my charity work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's amazing.
Charity work.
I look at it as a hobby. It's not charity. Yeah. You're doing it for you, man.
We try and get a career out of it. Stop playing. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Hire me.
Sponsorships.
You know what I'm saying?
Only.
Right? Straight to the YouTube ads.
Polo.
You know what I'm saying? No.
Y'all see it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I haven't seen all of you guys, all of us together since Friendsgiving. So I wanted to say, like, how was your holiday like in New Year's?
I had a good time, man. Holidays, Friendsgiving, I was like, around the time of my birthday too, so I did a lot. Dinners, spas, clubs, like, you know, everything that a birthday should have. I did that, and then, you know, right after that is Christmas time, and then New Year's. So I was just doing a lot, man. Christmas, of course, had to be with family.
Yes.
I would say the only thing different about this Christmas was economy. Like, economy was rough. So instead of usually, like, my family, we do gifts for everybody. So, like, I'll get it for my aunt, my grandparents, for the kids, everybody, right? This time, we decided to do Secret Santa for the adults.
Right.
So grandparents still got their gifts. Kids still got their gifts. But the adults, we did a little Secret Santa. And that was really well, especially since this time we got to spend it together rather than me, my mom, and my sister, we would spend it, and then, like, the grandparents and everyone else would spend it. So this time, just being all together, it was nice feeling, man.
Yeah.
And you can really see it on the grandparents' face, too. Like, just seeing, like, all the family together, like, having a good time. Like, you just see grandma smiling ear to ear. So that was a lovely sight, man. And then New Year's, I was up in Boston, so...
How was that? You gotta give some more insight.
Well, yeah, we're so close friends.
Boston's always a great time. Like, the first time I went to Boston was for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And just partying with the Irish for St. Patrick's Day was a crazy time. That's a different story, though. New Year's, me and my little fine shit went out, feel me? So we got a nice little Airbnb. It was right in downtown Boston. They had the park there, so they had, like, an ice skating rink. We didn't skate because, like, it was just so much to do. Like, we didn't get time to do that.
Yeah. But it was like overstimulated and stuff like that with everything. I
mean, no, not really. Like, I was only there for like 3 days. But I promise you, I felt like I was there for a week. Like, just, we got everything lined up, knocked them all down. We went to a museum, we went to the clubs, we went shopping. It was just nice, man. Like, we didn't really drive anywhere. We were just walking around the city, and that was a really nice feeling. So I had fun, man.
No, that's good. I had an opposite. I got a wedding coming up. 2026. So, you know, low budgeted, but spend a lot of time with family. I think that's most important, especially during the holidays. And,
for sure.
You know, like, any time I get to spend at home chilling is great because, you know, I'll be working 24/7 for no reason.
He does.
Nah, but it felt good to just relax, you know, spend some time with the fiance, and them and Mom Dukes and then in-laws. So it was good. I saw my nephew getting big as hell. It's making me feel old. My niece and 2 nephews, I should say. Right. But nah, it was cool. It was calm. Calm.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to bring it in, man.
Exactly. Same thing with New Year's. Calm. Like, literally, no, I'm lying. I got sick. So it was definitely, Ivory was supposed to spend New Year's with me, so I know he a little mad at me right now.
I'm not mad, no.
He mad as hell.
I'm not mad, actually.
No. He hit me and he was like, yo, I'm going to spend New Year's. I'm like, yeah, come through.
First of all, you didn't answer your phone, so I was just like, at this point, I was like, all right, I guess it's
dying
done.
Of, like, Dayquil and NyQuil. The combination is already deadly.
You ain't saying nothing about it before, so how am I supposed to know?
When you coughing mucus, bro, ain't nothing to say. I can't even pick up the phone.
I didn't know
that.
And
I got a new phone, bro.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. Got rid of that little ass 14. I'm in the 16.
That won't fit my 14, relax.
Yeah. Nah, man, but it was good vibes, man. Just Literally watch the ball drop, watch the New Year's Eve, whatever it's called, the
little
Rockin'
show things.
Eves.
Rockin' Eves, that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, as I'm older now, I'm starting to see how it was bullshit. Like, just
100%.
all the New Year's, like, even the ball drop is bullshit, but it's whatever.
I mean, who was sitting outside all, like, people get there, I was on the TikToks, people get there like at 6 a.m., right?
Yeah.
And then you sitting there
Bro,
all day.
no New Yorkers
for what?
doing that.
No porta potty, no nothing.
They
Like,
wear
we just-
diapers, though.
But it's
Yeah,
no
that's
New Yorker
crazy.
or Jersey heads doing that. Like, it's
I
all
wouldn't.
You'd be surprised.
tourists, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Catch me on the couch. That's it. I'm saying. But not like for me though. Real quick, I was saying that for my Christmas, it was all right. Like I got to like it was more intimate with my family. My sister came and stuff like that, and then we have like our 2 little cousins on my cousin's side. So it's really more for them at that point. Like giving them gifts and stuff like that. And then I decided to take a trip to Florida.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you gotta talk about that.
Yes.
Okay.
So I decided at the moment, you know, basically, because I was saying like my friend Ariel, she invited me on her family trip and stuff like that. And then I know our other friends, Deja, Kishana, they were also gonna come as well. And Deja's gonna bring her boyfriend and stuff. So I was like, okay, like I rather
Your
be
friends
somewhere.
too.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you're like the ultimate
I'm
third
saving
wheel.
you there.
No, I was not. Nah, Kishana was there. She was there. She has a boyfriend though, but he was there. So that's my buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when I say like for me, like I was so excited to go to Florida because I haven't been to Florida since our last time in Florida. And we was in this other place called Kissimmee, Florida, it's called.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then just being there, I remember at first I got there. First of all, let me say this. My flight was leaving at like 4:30, but the flight was so delayed, it was like almost 5:30. So by the time I got to Florida, I got there like 9 something. And then Uber, because by that time, I got there on a Saturday. Going through Kissimmee is going through Orlando. So I'm passing Disney World and Universal Studios at the times that people are leaving. So imagine like just being on traffic for like over an hour or some change. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm sweating. You know, after I'm like it's like swamp ass and everything. I'm like in this thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for context, Ivory sweats like crazy.
For, like,
Anywhere.
nothing.
Yeah, like we was in the club for like 2 minutes dancing. It looked like he jumped in the pool. Like ridiculous. But
I was in the sprinklers this time.
yeah,
So you know
but
what I'm saying?
when he says swamp ass, he mean it.
I do. I do. If I can find a video, I'll put it in there.
I feel like you got a diaper on.
But no, as soon as I got there, I remember Kishana, Deja went to go pick up her boyfriend from the airport because he was later than me. I remember Kishana was like, "Oh, like we're gonna blow these balloons up and this and that." I was like, "Did I want to blow balloons?" You know, after like a long day and stuff like that, which we did. It was fine. She enjoyed her night or whatever not. Going to Universal Studios the next day, cause I remember I told you before, like I can't do rides anymore. So I feel like every time I'm on a ride, I feel like I get a migraine and stuff like that. But the difference between Universal now and
It's not like the thrill rides like how like Six Flags is. It's like the theater coasters where like you like kind of got like a movie or like some kind of activity happening.
and I didn't know that, so I was excited because it was like
I told you about
3D.
that.
Well, slow down. You know what I'm saying?
That was like Paris, Disneyland.
Yeah,
Because it was
yeah,
not.
same thing. Yeah.
It was very underwhelming. Like I thought it was gonna be like Six Flags, Dorney Park, and it was like stupid rides that I had to like see. Like I forgot what it was, like a haunted hotel. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
It's more for the experience than like the thrill, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a Disney baby, so
if you're gonna
Me
talk
neither,
about it,
yeah.
the last time that I went to Universal, I enjoyed my experience because I took shrooms. And
yeah, I can see that.
So I would say when I took the shrooms, by the time that I
Micro
got to
or full dose?
we had it was me and my ex. We got like a chocolate bar. We had half of it for the experience. So I said like a quarter of it. I don't know how much grams that is, but it was enough. It was enough to
Damn,
like to really
Brandon.
feel it. Like
So you had like 2 full mushrooms.
something. I don't know. Maybe something
Yeah.
like that. But
I don't know.
I'm not a pharmacist.
I don't know how to cut.
say it.
But if you had a big ass chocolate bar like that, like
But I didn't eat the full thing. I was like, it was like I said, for me, it was probably like a quarter of it.
But if you
Yeah.
eat like a quarter of it, you should be fine though.
Yeah, I was vibing.
Because
I
I
was
had
vibing.
I had like half bar shrooms before. Like you're fine.
Yeah,
Usually,
I wasn't like tripping, like where I was seeing like freaking, I don't know. What I was seeing though was like, say for example, like I said, I took it, and then by the time that I got to my first ride, the first ride was like a Transformers ride.
Oh, that was my first ride when I went on.
Yeah, right.
That no. When I tell you, I didn't expect that. It's like you give you these glasses, and you're on this ride with Optimus Prime,
Yeah,
and you're
like-
dropping, and like things
Bro.
are coming at you, missiles and car crashes.
tripping, you couldn't tell me I wasn't fighting Decepticons. Like I was having a great time.
you crazy.
No, but I'm saying like I was sober that whole Universal experience, but I just enjoyed like the theater culture of it and the 4D culture and stuff like that.
Did you get Duff beer?
Yes, and I had the big
The hell is that?
I had
From
it's like
Simpsons.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, if you watch The Simpsons, like there's a really big brand of beer called Duff.
I got the Yingling
I like
version
it, I
of
like
it though. It was like the Yingling one. They had like different kinds of it, so I just got the Yingling, and then I had like the big Krusty's, Randy's donut thing they had.
Yeah.
Which I still didn't finish because I was like, all right, half of it there, and then I was like, other half, like, you can miss me
Damn,
with
I
it.
gotta go.
Yo, Universal is
It's
nice.
fine. No, it's
Universal is
fine.
nice.
It's fine.
The thing about Universal is 2 parks.
It's probably
so-
4 now, they was telling me now. Because it's
That's
3,
the
it's
one
3
with Epcot,
now.
right?
No,
That's Disney, dog.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You can't keep up.
I don't know the difference. I'm sorry. I'm not a Disney baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, no,
me
you
neither.
just started. You just started.
Yeah.
You just
That's what I'm
started.
saying. You'd rather go to, if you're gonna be in Florida for us, I would think we would like more of Universal than Disney.
Yeah.
Maybe Leslie would appreciate Disney.
She likes Disney for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
She
yeah.
loves Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a Winnie the Pooh baby, and Winnie the Pooh Disney, right?
I think no. I don't
Disney,
Yes,
right?
they
Yeah,
are.
alright,
They
cool,
are.
cool, cool,
They
cool.
are.
Okay,
They
okay,
are.
okay.
Yeah, I grew up on Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, you got a little Disney.
Nah, I mean,
experience.
my dog named Winnie.
Right on brand.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
that. But no, like the best part too, going to Sunday too, the wait lines were like 25 minutes. Because I was saying, why am I gonna
fire.
pay like $100 extra for a fast pass? I'm already paying like one.
Nah,
First of all, they
you
got me with the
bugging.
one. No, let me tell you.
I spent that extra money for that fast pass.
I'm not invested in that. I'm already there. I spent enough money there. So I was like, why I gotta spend an extra 100? But I didn't. The thing is, the lines kept going. Even the people with the fast pass were on lines longer than us. Because they said, oh, I'm gonna get a fast pass. I'm
You
gonna
know
get
what it
this and
is
that.
too. It depends
So,
on when you go. You went when it was hot. I mean, it's always hot in Florida.
It was hot and raining at the same time.
Yeah, I went to Paris when it was like 10 degrees,
Nobody's there.
feeling like 1 degree.
Right.
So that fast pass, I didn't give a fuck what it cost. I spent like double because I had to pay for me and Leslie. So, bro, it felt amazing just walking right through how everybody waited.
There was a bunch of people there
Yes.
in 10-degree weather.
Disney is insane, no matter what. But it was, like I said, it was underwhelming. Like, it's just really like, oh my God, I'm going to Disney in Paris.
I feel like
it's trash.
there is kind of like a smaller park.
Yeah, it's very small. And that's why Leslie's been to like the one in Florida. So when she went, she was underwhelmed. So I was like, it's not just me.
Yeah.
It's not just me.
But no, after that, just like doing like the whole experience with Universal and stuff like that, I decided we went back. They had a pool and jacuzzi at the Airbnb and a game room, a movie
That's
room,
fire.
and
That's
stuff
nice.
like that.
That sounds more fun than Universal.
Yeah, it was fun. But I'm just saying, like when it came to like like I don't know, just for me personally, I love having I never said this before, but I actually enjoy family vacations more because like Ariel's mom and dad was there, her grandma was there, and then her sister, her brother. Then you had Deja, her boyfriend, and Kishana, and then a few other people. Like I really enjoyed that vibe more instead of sometimes like maybe like a friend trip, to be honest. Because I felt like you had different generations of people and stuff like that in the same environment and just like hanging out, having great conversations and stuff like that.
I think the thing is like the people that you went with are all fun people. So regardless of what you guys were going to be doing, you guys are going to have a great time.
We did, and I was saying, and then also, the only thing that did mess me up on that trip. So, I was supposed to leave Monday,
Okay.
and got a little caught up. Missed
the
my
flight.
flight for the first time ever in life. And let me tell y'all something, because I kept saying to myself, this is why you gotta protect your flights. I didn't protect my flight. So imagine Ubering to the airport, right? You
Yeah.
think you have time, but I don't know Florida traffic like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that traffic, and then I get there. My gate closes at 7:25. I got there at 7 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna make it. This and that. TSA. This one lady in front of me, she's like, oh, I don't have my ID no more. Like, what can I do? Do you have a picture of it? No. Like, they're going back and forth. I'm like, hello. Like, can we speed this shit up? You know what I'm saying? And then by the time I got to the gate, it was 7:32.
You have TSA and this was happening?
Yes, I need to do
Wow.
TSA pre-check now. Now I need to do that now. That's all my new thing now for this year. But when I was there, I was like, so I got to the gate at 7:32. The plane was on time this time. Because all the times I'm on a flight, they never leave on time. But this time, they leave on time. So I'm like, okay, so I got to buy a new flight.
Florida always leave on time. Atlanta never leave on time.
Yeah,
But
I'm so
Florida
used to
always
that.
leave on- I've been in Atlanta airports for like 10 hours, bro.
You would think.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, all right, so I had to buy a whole new flight for another extra $200. The Uber back for another $50. So I already spent $100. What? Seeing the highway?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like
You Ubered back?
back to the Airbnb.
When was the next flight?
No, I would have stayed
The
home.
flight was the next flight was gonna be at 4:30 p.m. You think I'm gonna stay at the airport at 7:30 p.m.
sense,
to a 4? I ain't like you.
I know how to entertain myself. I could have made it work.
No, I can go back to the people and the liquor and the food and
They
stuff
will see
like
what
that.
it is.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
miss
Like
your
it's
flight
fine.
again.
It was worth it, low key though. So we got like extra night of fun. But like then coming back, and then that's when I hit up Steven because I told him a week before saying, hey, like I want to like come by if you guys are doing
New Year's,
anything.
yeah.
And then he just hit me like I'm sick. I was like okay, it's fine.
I didn't want to get you sick, bro.
No, I appreciate it because I'm not trying to
You
get
would
sick
have
right
got
now.
sick for sure. The way I was.
Respectfully, I appreciate that. And then, so for New Year's Eve, what I did, since the first time since 2012, I just stayed home by myself. I just chilled and I didn't do anything. And that was like, for me, I like bringing, that's what I'm saying, when you say like just like a calm New Year's, I actually really appreciate more of just a calm New Year's of just not going out. I was sober. I was chilling. I was just like on my bed, just like scrolling TikTok. And I mean, Ariel and them did call me on when the ball was about to drop. I was like, we want you to celebrate. Hope you're having a good time. Like, yeah, I'm chilling. Me and Bella. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like that was a good like beginning to coming to my new year. Like just calm and like also thinking about like what I have to get done when it comes to the podcast and other projects and work and stuff and how to get my money up, stuff like that. So just like having those conversations for myself more at that time. So I was fine with that.
And you know, y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a really chill person. So me going out and doing this whole club thing for New Year's, that's kind of like out the norm for me.
Off brand, but hey.
Off brand, but you know, we made it work.
I know I saw your story. You got some ads on you. Yeah.
Yeah. so
Exposing the close friends.
it's all right. It's all right.
He said, okay. Anyways,
So-
moving forward.
So let's talk about it, right? Because
Okay.
that club, it was a hassle to try to like really find something solid happening for New Year's in Boston, because you know I was doing my research to see like, oh, what clubs are gonna be popping, what clubs are usually popping, especially since Boston is very not ethnic. So I tried to like find something that would like match my vibe, and I got a frat bro up there.
You sure? I feel like Boston, like especially like with this sports culture. I've been there for work, so it might be different for me.
What's your experience with Boston? Because
Boston is very ethnic. Based on when I went, right? I went for a different. I mean, I also went for like a. It was like a. What do they call it? Unplugged, and it was for like minorities.
Yeah.
So it was different, and it was targeted for minorities.
Right.
But
So-
like
so
when we
you
was going out,
you
it was
found the vibe then.
fine.
Cause like.
What part of Boston you went? 'Cause I remember when I went to Boston in 2018.
it's
I
not
don't remember
ethnic.
that. No offense, though. You know what I'm saying?
And
But I was
that's
just
not a
wondering.
bad thing, but like
But I would feel like that's. I mean, Boston is very highly populated.
It
right?
is,
So that
with white folk.
you could say the same thing about New York.
So with New York, you
You
could
could say
find
something about Manhattan.
Manhattan, yes.
Right?
But I'm thinking when you say New York, like first thing I'm thinking ethnic is Brooklyn. I'm gonna go party in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I see. I kind of see what you're saying, but I wouldn't put Boston as like non-ethnic.
You
Cause
gotta, you gotta find your spot.
That's like saying New York is non-ethnic. You know what I mean?
I would say, I don't know, just like the whole New England area kind of gives.
Or you were in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was like downtown Boston, so very
Yeah.
in the mix of it.
He's with the
Because
money.
Boston is such a big sports culture there, bro.
Yeah.
Like with the Red Sox, with Patriots,
The
just in
Celtics,
general. Like I look at that like it's like little New York almost.
Yeah, like we was like the Garden where Celtics play. We were like a 10-minute walk away.
Celtics, yeah, come on, yeah, it's crazy over there, bro.
So listen, man, the club though, like my bro, he's out there, so I was trying to like help him get some because he just got a relationship,
Okay.
and like I said, I went with my little fine shit, so I had something to go off of already. That's
Okay.
who you saw dancing on me. But like I was trying to talk with this one shorty for him, and she told me one thing. She said that she was like from Brazil. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She said that she was gonna be here for the semester, so that's like until summertime. I kind of passed it off to him. He comes back to me within like 10 seconds and said that,
Damn.
right? Said that she told him that she was leaving tomorrow. I'm like, so I don't know what kind of
one night only.
Yeah.
Make it last.
But
She was lying.
She was lying to him. So I don't know, man. That's
Leaving tomorrow.
that's on my game. My game is good. I don't know what his game is like. So it is what it is. But like I said, Boston is a great time if you know where to go for it.
Yeah, man. Listen, advice for your mans, bro. I'm somebody been in a relationship for so long. if I was out in that jungle right now,
The game is cooked.
over.
Game is
I'm
cooked.
good.
But we're
I'm
not
in
gonna
the crib. Come find me. No, bro, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, man.
You gotta go on dates. You gotta spend hella bread, and then you gotta go looking for them at like. I'm not doing all this talking, bro.
Once you find your person, you gotta lock in.
Bro, I did all my talking in high school. I'm done. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you locked in for
Yeah.
At this point. But besides that, I'm glad you guys shared that. I wanted to ask you guys too, because now that we're in a new year, we're in 2025 now. You know what I'm saying? And I started thinking to myself, I wanted to know like a couple of questions for you guys actually, if you guys don't mind. What is something that you guys are most proud about in 2024?
I can start. So my golden year was during 2024. I turned 27 in November of 23. So this whole 365, I was really trying to make it as best as I can. So I think I did a really good job of just saying just doing and saying whatever I wanted to do. Just, also being respectful about other people. But, I really tried to make my golden year about me. And I think I did a good job. I went on a couple trips. I started a new job, was really getting deep into that. And, showing my best work over there. So I'm really proud of, just kind of doing what made me happy last year. And I say out of all my years, 27 was my best year. And that's not to say my other years have been bad, but it's just that 27 has been my best so far. And just kind of going off that momentum, I just want to, keep on making each year progressively better.
No, that's good. I guess to echo what you were saying, 24 was ups and downs for me. I would say getting engaged, finally tying that knot, right? A lot of people be like, yo, it's been a long time, Hey, in a decade with your girl, right? And I'm gonna look at the camera right now because I know she about to watch this. But we was kids when we got together, right? We was 17, 16, right? She was turning 17 the same year, so don't look at me crazy. It's okay. Right, we 1 year apart. But at the same time, when you're kids together, the time don't really matter. Yeah. Right? So I guess tying that not being financially stable at the time that I did do it and the way I did it, right? I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, right, you could drop it a little. If you can, your editors could drop a little meme of it or
That's
whatever.
Me.
Yeah. It's self-sufficient. The editor and the you everything at this point. But nah, essentially, the way I did it in front of the Eiffel Tower, right? And that came out of luck. Literally an hour of research. I was looking for a photographer in Paris. I wasn't thinking it's about to be right in front of the Eiffel. So I guess God's work, man, everything kind of came into fruition. So I'm proud of myself for finally tying the knot. And getting a dog, yo. I feel I've been going back and forth with getting a freaking pet for years. It's just brought me so much happiness, I would say. So these are very things that I feel I guess that's what I'm proud of, but yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say for me though, 2024, because someone asked me this the other day too. They would say, "What are you most proud of about with 2024?" And I was saying this in my last episode already of going through my year review and stuff like that. But the number one really stuck out to me the most was my confidence last year, and I think that was something where I felt I got to realize myself and also find different things about who I am, and also just not giving a fuck. And that's just one of the biggest things I realized because I felt and you and I for so long had this conversation about validation. And I always felt to a time where I needed validation from others and stuff like that just to feel good or to make myself I just got to be with people and this and that. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? So for me to understanding traveling, understanding meeting people, understanding dating and stuff like that, and to just listen to music I like. Yes. I like to listen to Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, and I sing it every day. And I don't give a fuck. Stuff like that. To say that and to be like that, to live my life and live my truth more was the stepping stone to I need to elevate more each year and stuff like that. And also because I never felt growing up I was able to be me and also I had harbor so much of who I was and stuff like that. So to finally even when I was living in California, I did those stuff. But I just did things in private or just didn't really put it out there. Yeah. And also just to do it, not care what anyone thinks. I could put it out and whatever, and not have like any like feel any bad about it. You know what I mean?
So you're saying that you feel a little bit more comfortable in your skin now.
100%.
Yeah.
I love my body type. I love who I am. I love exactly how I sound and what I do, and that's it. That doesn't defeat the character of who I am. You know what I mean? So that's been my highlight for 2024 for that one. I'll tell you that. But also, I wanted to ask you guys too, like when it comes to like 2024, what is something I guess you wouldn't want to like bring back into this new year as well? Because I realized like with me, one of my things I realized that because again like last year was my year of transformation, and it's still gonna be my years of transformation each year. You know what I'm saying? One of my things I realized that I have to stop doing, and I kind of like caught myself doing it a little bit, but I kind of stopped a little bit, but I still realize it's still a problem, is that I still am a people pleaser. And I think that my issue is I don't know how to say no to certain things to people, you know, because I feel like I don't want to hurt your feelings, or I feel like you're going to be mad at me. Because I always have like this anxiety of like, if I was to say something to somebody, especially the ones I love the most or care about, like my honest opinion and stuff like that, or how I feel, then I feel like, why am I feeling bad for being honest about how I feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm human too. You're human too. You can feel the way you feel. I'm not going to tell you how to feel, but if I'm feeling this way, maybe I should like actually tap into these feelings of actually like understanding like, okay, wait, well, at the end of the day, if I'm doing something for you or you and stuff like that, I realized it serves you. But I had to come back to me and realize it does not serve me anymore.
Yeah.
And
Selfish.
yeah, and that's what I've been realizing. Like it's been on and off though with being selfish for me, because I'm not a selfish person. You know what I'm saying? You guys know that I'm not completely selfish.
I think there's a balance that needs to happen. You know, like there's times that you need to do things for you, and then there's times that you have enough of yourself that you can pass it off to someone else. And that's kind of always been like the thing in my heart, like something that I've lived by for so many years now is that like that saying about your cup overrunneth. So I feel as though like I have so much love inside of myself that I'm able to pass it off to someone else. You know, like I'm so full of myself that I'm comfortable, you know, being selfless at times. But that's because I'm selfish so much that, you know, I have so much of myself within me that I don't mind being able to, you know, help someone else out or make someone else feel good about themselves. Even if it is kind of like seeming like it's putting me down, I'm comfortable in my skin that I know, you know what, it's all right. I'm gonna let this time slide. Sometimes you gotta let things slide sometimes.
I'm learning that. Because I always like also too like learning things slide and stuff like that. I feel like, well, hold on. I feel like I've always let things slide, but it's like to a point where how much do you let things slide for?
Don't let it bother you.
You know,
that's the problem. Where it starts to bother you, that's where you're going wrong. Like if somebody did, like, let me give you a clear example, right? Because I think we all kind of succumb to this kind of feeling, right? Even me being late, right? That could have been super escalated, but you didn't let it bother you.
What wait.
Wrong.
Even also with Julian in the background, you can't hear him. Let me tell you something. I said, you'd be so proud of me too. Cause I said sorry to interrupt you. My manifestations this year is to let things be.
Yeah.
You can't control it, and it's fine.
Things happen, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like you pull. That's kind of like something for me. Like pull audibles.
You know, before I wouldn't.
Yeah, and that was one of your issues where it's just like you got to pull an audible. Like, all right, this is not working. Instead of like drowning in like, damn, Brito's like 28 minutes late. And my apologies. Like I said, I had a long leg workout. I don't even do legs, so you know, like it's a lot for me. But yeah, you kind of like took another route. You saw me smile. We got in. We immediately started, right?
Yeah.
But that's a more positive route to take it. That's how you take it, bro. Like if something bad happens, just think another way. And now I'm learning this. I'm learning to do that too. I'm not perfect, right? I'm talking the shit, but don't mean I follow it all the time. But I'm starting to learn to do that. And I think that's like kind of like what you're trying to echo. It's kind of like being selfish, right? But like within. And that way it won't affect you as much. Like if that happens, fuck it. I just got to worry about me.
I would also say though, like there is a level of peace that you have to maintain. And if that peace is being bothered, then you should speak up on it. I'm not saying like keep quiet, let shit rock, let it like slide by, let go under the rug. Like it's just that to the point where you have a tolerance level, you know, and if it's past that threshold, then you gotta address it. And
I like that. Yeah, it's kind of like bury the feeling or address it.
Yeah.
All right,
If it's not bothering you too much, then it's whatever. If
Yeah.
it's like really digging under your skin, address it.
Yeah.
But like I think there's a wrong and right way to do it. It's not so much as like bashing the person for what they did. It's kind of letting the person know what they did affected you some kind of way.
Yeah.
And however they want to take that, like if they want to be arrogant about it, say, oh, like so and so, like I didn't mean it like that. You took it wrong. Like you feel me? Like your feelings are valid. You feel me? So whatever you feel is how you feel, and that can't change. Fact of the matter is, like, if it bothered you, like the person should realize that, especially since you're, speaking about it, bringing it up, like, and just kind of move off of that. And depending on how they answer, depending on how they react, just take it from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for me, I'm a pain in my own ass. So for me, like I know myself too before. I'm just up every little thing. I'm gonna be like up. So that's why I realized like it's okay, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's gonna happen when the
happen.
opportunities come.
No, it does. But I learned to pick my battles more and stuff like that.
Important.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's worth it, what's not. You know what I'm saying? Like not everything is gonna be. But I just know myself personally. I'm just always so like controlling and high intense of everything, where it's like you can't control every situation.
So the next opportunity that comes, you think about this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Well,
I mean?
I've been applying it today. Since
me
like
being late, yeah.
no, I'm saying in general, like the last few days of this year, I've been like applying, like just like putting my energy to certain things and stuff like that. So like that's fine, But besides me, like, what is something you guys want to leave in 2024?
I can start this one, bro. You start the last one. I think cheating the mind, right? I think I think I told you about this, right? But when you make a promise to yourself, going to the gym 4 times a week, or dieting, or whatever, right? Whatever kind of goals that you have, or you put place for the month, week, or day, and you cheat it just creeps into your mind, right? And it starts to diminish you, and then you get lazy. You start building bad habits. So cheating the mind, I feel like, has been something I want to leave back in 2024. I got a coach now, right? Like a fitness coach, right? So it's my nutritionist and workouts, and I'm back in Muay Thai, right? So all 3 of those things, right? I made goals for my whole year. Mm-hmm. These are the things I want to do. I want to be in the ring 3 times this year. I got to get to 145. I started at 192. In this process, I'm 177 2 weeks later, right? Healthy as I could be. You guys know the last time I fought, it was the most unhealthiest way you could lose weight, because that's fight culture. Unfortunately, like, you either spitting in a water bottle or you finding any method, and I'm talking anything, like Docalaxis, to just shit your brains out and make weight, which is something I never recommend, because you're going to walk into that fight getting your ass whooped, no energy. But now I'm taking a better approach, right? So not cheating the mind, right? Which is why I was late, too. I had to hit that workout, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, I guess, like, that's what I'm going to leave in 2024, just because, like, I did enough of that. Right, reading a book is something so small to a lot of people, but it's workout. You know what I mean. It's so important for you to kind of exercise your mind, at least with 2 to 3 books a year. At least that's bare minimum. Yeah. You should be doing a book a month, right? Like, and like motivating yourself in any way, whether it's 10 pages a day, 20 pages a day, whatever you can kind of do. But like, if you're gonna set that goal, do it. Right, because the minute you don't, you better do it. If it's 10 pages, you better do 20 the next day to kind of make up for it. But like, that's what I want to do, man. Not cheat the mind anymore.
I felt that, because mine is kind of the same thing. 2024, I want to leave procrastinating. Yeah. Like, I feel as though as much good as I did in 24, as much recognition that I was getting for the things that I was doing in 24, me personally, I felt like, because, y'all know me. Y'all know I hold myself to a high standard. Mm-hmm. And there's some things in my mind that say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I got it done. It's just that the level of production at which I did it, I think it could have been a better quality. Like, with my fraternity, there's things, I just got elected to the regional board. Yes. So, there's things of quality that I want to hold and just kind of build the chapters in the region. And, just kind of being more proactive about things. Just like there's a time frame that it needs to happen. And in the past, I'm like, it's going to get done. I always like left it up to time, left it up to God. And now I just kind of want to take it back into my power, into my hands, and making sure that I'm doing what needs to be done moving forward.
Yeah.
To get it done to the quality and standard that I have in my mind. Because, you know, just being of high quality and high caliber, I know there's so much things that I can get done. There's a level that I can accomplish, and it takes time. It can't be done overnight. And, you know, just kind of getting the ball rolling earlier so that way that ball could get momentum by the time that we do get to that goal.
Yeah.
You know? So just procrastination, man.
No,
It's a killer.
Definitely.
And I agree with that without getting the ball rolling. That's like last year was like me getting the ball rolling. Like actually starting to realize like, okay, what do you want for yourself out of this lifetime? What exactly do you need to get done to like keep going and stuff like that? And what are the resources and stuff to get to keep going? You know what I mean? So now, like into 2025 now, I wanted to also ask you guys do you guys have any expectations for this year now and stuff like that?
Expectation is a big word.
Well, I always say this because, my mantra last year was have no expectations. That's always been like my mantra for like, especially a lot last year. But when I think about this, I'll kind of start off for you guys. Like when I say like for expectations, like for me, like it's so redundant to say happiness because happiness comes and goes and stuff like that. But really to like manage my emotions in that way, like I was saying with the people pleasing and like just letting things like slide, like to just realize like, listen, shit's gonna hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? I can have a good month, I can have a good 2-3 months, and something might happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's about maintaining my attitude. You know what I'm saying? Not letting it destroy me because I feel like in the past I let so many other things destroy me and feel like I can never come back or make a comeback, which I can. You know what I'm saying? Sure. I'm in charge of my emotions and my destiny, and I'm allowed to feel the way I feel.
I would say as long as you're alive, you can come back.
But I'm just saying, like, when it comes to stuff like that, I have to like really like have like for me it's like really to end it all. You kind of cut me off. Sorry, is to just like finish your thing.
Keep going.
No, almost forget.
I was trying to cut you off. I'm just trying to add on to
add
what
on.
you're saying.
Add on.
Yeah,
I was like, I almost forgot. Go ahead.
Nah, keep going. What was you trying to finish? Just like retract your thought and try to just finish it.
What I wanted to say was, for me personally, was I want to make sure that I'm managing my emotions the right way. I want to make sure that I'm not going to overreact this year, but also like I know that I can't control everything that's going to happen, but also to just like learn that it's not the end of the world. And not put myself in that depressive state anymore, and also to communicate more. That's what also what's helping with therapy as well, is like learning to communicate and actually talk to somebody about things that's going on with myself, but also just don't trip about it all the time. Yeah. That's like my expectation is to like really just like chill out, and to like realize like it's going to be okay, and it's not always going to be okay. That's like my biggest thing because I can't keep jinxing myself, you know what I'm saying, about it. But yeah.
I would say for 25, I was thinking about it. Yeah, I really don't have any role models. From an early age, I kind of learned that I wanted to be the person that I wanted to be. Like my future self was my role model. But, nowadays, quite honestly, I'm gonna say Kendrick's my role model.
Oh man, bro.
So hear me out.
See this shit,
Hear me out.
This is you listen to me. This is an attack to all the light skins in the chat, yo.
Bro, Drake fan coming in.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, right?
Oh man, yo.
So, let's talk about 24, right? Because you were here for, you experienced it. I dropped my first diss track ever.
Oh my God, bro.
We're not gonna get into the details, but it was inspired by Kendrick, right? Kendrick beefing with Drake. At the time, I was beefing with somebody. I was like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm just dropping a diss track."
Yeah, I heard Drake new shit that came out.
I listened to pieces.
Fire.
I heard a little bit.
If you a LeBron fan, it came straight at you and Kendrick.
Right. So now going into 25 now.
Passionate.
Man in the Garden, that song where
that's my song.
where he's talking about I deserve it all.
I love that song.
You know what's fucked up? I really like Kendrick.
He's good.
I really do.
He's
like
great,
Mr. Morales was fire.
But you didn't like how he came at Drake.
No, the problem is I'm conflicted because we all love TDE. We all grew up on TDE. We grew up on Absol. We grew up on Schoolboy Q. And we grew up on Kendrick, J Rock.
Right.
We love them. So like the minute Kendrick went against Drake, I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta pick a side.
It was a response.
Everybody know what side I'm picking.
It was a response.
Everybody know what side I'm picking. Champagne Poppy been here since I was like 15.
Kendrick, he was chilling, man. Kendrick be big chilling, man.
Kendrick been waiting.
He's been waiting for.
He been on.
So it's a response to.
No, man.
Right.
This is the industry. This the industry work. They killing us, man.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
a lot of
Go
straight
ahead.
talk. I'm sorry.
It's a lot.
It's a response. Wait, so I gotta understand. What response? What happened?
First person shooter.
That's no. Whoa. He was supposed to be on that.
He didn't want to be.
Exactly.
So the thing is, Kendrick and Drake been beefing for a long time.
For sure.
Because Kendrick don't like how Drake moves. So
A lot of people don't. But
Kendrick been quiet about a lot of stuff. You feel me?
For sure.
Drake, he's always dropping subliminals.
Sure.
Always dropping subliminals, right? So it wasn't until first person shooter mode where, it's kind of a little bit more in your face now. Talking about how Kendrick can't do this, can't do that. He's not on their level.
So let me ask you a question. So when Kendrick, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, and all them was like, yo, I wouldn't be here where I am now if it wasn't for him. Guess who him was? Very early in their career when nobody knew who they was, right? It was Drake. Drake put them on. Drake put Rocky on. Drake definitely put The Weeknd on. Kendrick probably would have made the scene anyway.
But wait.
But Drake definitely helped them early on in their career. We're not about to act like he didn't.
I would say.
Wait.
So when they call him a culture vulture,
Is.
the same culture that y'all praise, he pushed.
So
y'all wouldn't know the Migos if he wasn't. I'm gonna quote one of the. If he wasn't on Versace, Versace blew up. That was the Migos' first platinum song. Who was on it?
Yeah.
Right? We
So
wouldn't know that.
I'm not saying the Drake effect isn't real. 100%. If you want a song with Drake, you're gonna blow up.
Bro, he's
100%.
crazy. His catalog is insane.
But like, look at how Kendrick lifestyle is. Mad
for
chill,
sure.
mad, out the
For
scene.
sure.
He don't want that a part of the culture. You feel me? Like
He don't have to. That's not what we know Kendrick as. We knew Drake is this.
right.
We know Drake has always but that's what makes Drake so powerful. His I'm just saying, like in terms of like that music industry, he can go against Universal because he does all this
good stuff.
all this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to
All
say?
the
Like
power.
he has literally made a dance. He made a dance album just to be in just to get like a top dance or just to hit that genre.
The house music.
That's what he
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Nobody talking about Beyonce doing it.
That's true.
Like, what are we doing? No offense, I love Beyonce. How the hell are you gonna have a country album and hit a Grammy on it when you got all these country artists who've been busting, all these female country artists busting ass for years? You just run into so we gonna kill Drake on it, but Beyonce just do it on the sneak tip.
We
No,
wait,
but
wait.
we gonna glorify.
Wait,
We
Steven,
gonna
wait,
glorify
Steven.
that queen.
Wait, Steven,
we not gonna.
before you finish, I just want to let you know, Beehive, do not attack this
Nah,
podcast.
nah.
I gotta be on about that.
Nah,
part.
I'm
Go ahead, speak yourself, though.
Beyonce, Beyonce, the GOAT. But I'm just trying to say, like, we can't just pick and choose, and I think that happens too much. When it comes to Drake and Kendrick won. We are not about to like slide on that. Like Drake got killed the same way Meek got killed. Drake got slaughtered, bro. And probably
It's
worse.
all for one beef.
Probably
It's
worse.
alright,
No,
yeah.
it's because Kendrick is West Coast rap. And when you got a whole like Drake isn't. We don't know what Drake is. Drake is everything. So when you don't have any identity, yeah, but that's what made his that's his identity, right?
I understand
But
that.
he's a culture vulture that has pushed culture.
Yeah.
So,
he
like-
makes the culture known. Like he'll get into the culture and then like he'll make that culture blow up.
Exactly. So I'll never deny that for sure.
Right. So I understand that too, right? But like that beef aside, like going back to, Kendrick being my role model, he inspired me to drop this diss track for this one
Jesus
shorty.
Christ.
And then, going into 25 now, back on topic, Man in the Garden, like talking about like he deserves it all these accolades. I'm kind of on the same way because y'all know me. Y'all know I like to be low key. I be out the mix. But I don't know, something about this year kind of makes me want to like, really tap into the accolades and like the recognition. Just kind of just blow myself up now. You feel me?
Yeah, level yourself up more.
Yeah, I want the recognition. Like, cause like I said, like I feel like I have so much good in my mind, and that kind of plays off of me wanting to do more and like I said, get that momentum going. Just kind of get the recognition to go with that too.
Yeah. By the way, this is what happens every time we get together.
Yeah.
When Drake and Kendrick come up, you gotta have like a little 15-minute segment on it.
No, usually when we get no. When we usually get together, we talk about IT, finances, and stuff like that.
Oh my God, bro, he be mad because he don't know what the hell we
keep
talking
I
about.
just sit here
but
like
it's
this, like
alright,
they do,
bro.
like Drake and like.
But you a Kendrick fan.
I like Kendrick. I'm not like
I'm
not
a Kendrick.
not a fan.
I'm a Kendrick fan.
I like Kendrick
We've been standing
music.
Kendrick since we was young.
Yeah, you know, younger. I'm more like in the damn like album verse
After
that
that,
time.
yeah,
That's when I
yeah.
kind of got
No,
put onto
damn, you
him
got
for
on him
me.
late.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You say all this, listen. I'm like, okay.
I think this is mixtape Kenny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But nah, like it is what it is. I think 2025 expectations.
Yeah. What are your
Right.
expectations?
Expectations is tough because it's like, I guess like it has to stem to like what we want to leave behind in 24. So I expect myself not to cheat my mind. I expect myself to be in the ring, right, 3 times, but expect myself to be a better man, right? Like I think to echo what you said as well. Echoing is like my key word now. But being a better me because I didn't have a role model to show me what a man is, right? Like, I'm lying. I have my father, right? But like, I guess like growing up, it was a lot tougher, right? When you have a father or just parents that come from a third world country, right, coming here, it's a lot harder for them, right? So I couldn't really understand his world. But as a man now, I feel like I now understand everything he's gone through. So being a better man now, sinking into like all the feelings I have, and just kind of just being a better version of me, right? So I would say I didn't have a role model growing up, right? Just because I didn't understand
Let me ask you
the
a
role
question.
models in front of me, I would say. So that's why I wanted to echo that. But like I don't want it to be like kind of a slight to like the man who was in my life because it was just when I was younger, I didn't understand, right? Because like when you're a kid, you never understand. But when you're a man, you start to understand. And I
Start
think
seeing the world.
that's why for me, 25 is about just being a better man, better person, and a better version of me, right? As broad as that sounds, it's literally like
So let's get into it. Like, what do you envision a man to be,
the man to be. That's a lot.
or what
'Cause
do you
we-
envision your man to be?
I feel
like
like
it's a personal thing.
there's 2 factors, right? One, a picture of health for my family, right? I feel like especially in my culture, we let health slip, right? And that's why a big driver of me getting a personal trainer and a nutritionist was that, right? I want to make sure when, I grow old to 40, 50, shit, I'm still running with my kids, right? Or I'm still like, doing those things. I'm still able to run up the stairs, my back not hurt, right? Or just in general, like, I feel like if you have those good habits, your kids will have those good habits, right? And I feel like, there's different ways. Like, not every man is perfect, right? Because, like, some men, like, struggle in silence and still support their families and still are the strongest men out there, right? But yeah, support, like, we're caregivers, we're supporters, right? That's the way I view it. So making sure I am that for, like, just me and mines, right? Like, I think, I have 2 strong women in my life, my mother and my fiance. So just making sure they're okay mentally, right? And just, spiritually as well. I think, like, as long as you have those 2 balances, as long as I could be kind of a driver to that, that's where I find myself being a successful man. But, like, for me to give, I have to have that myself, right? And that's not an easy journey, right? But, yeah, no, I think, like, that's what I envision, right? And I just think I'm grateful, like, for the life I have, right? Like I mentioned, both my parents are Dominican. They were born in Dominican Republic. They came here, and they gave me this life, right? So eternally grateful. And I think, like, if there's anything, right, if I could have just even, like, an inch of the man my father was, I'm a better man today.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's how I take it.
And then besides like going to the gym as like one of being your self-care, what other things you want to do to like take care of yourself as well?
Take care of myself?
Because I'm hearing the things you're saying, which I agree with. But I would say, like, with the gym does help people, like, release stress, stuff like that. Because I feel like with you, sometimes I don't want you, as a man, because you said sometimes a man can provide a lot of things, but can sometimes repress a lot. So I wanted to see, like, how would you not want to become that version?
I feel like, something I started doing too or try to do is read books, exercising the mind, like I said before. But, like, that's how you feed back into yourself, right? So the gym, I take it differently now. Before I used to look at it like a chore. Now it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle, right? So, like, the mental approach now has been a lot better for me. Muay Thai, same thing. Before it was like, oh, this is just me to like relieve stress. Nah, it's a lifestyle now. So definitely taking that a lot different. And then trying to reach. I think therapy was. I tried therapy. I think I told you about this. I didn't tell you, but like I had a therapist. Right. It was cool. I felt like I was just another check. As bad as that sounds, but it helped me. It helped me kind of like start asking myself the right questions.
For sure.
And I mean, every God puts things in your path for a reason, right? That's the way I take it. So yeah, man, I think those are the ways that I can keep excelling and trying to like hit that goal for 25.
Okay. And then my last question for you guys is, what would you want your mantra to be for this year? So I wrote mine's down because I wanted to make sure I read it verbatim. Mine's is, I let go of what no longer serves me. That's my mantra this year.
That was good as hell. My mantra booty compared to that.
No, but for me, like I said, I just
that was nice.
Say that one more time,
bro. He really was up all night for that mantra.
No, I wanted to make relax. I just wanted to make sure. For me, I was looking at different, because for me, like I do a lot of research, and I said the reason why I'm not telling my New Year's resolutions and goals because I like to move in silence.
Yeah.
But one of the things right now for me, like I said, as I read verbatim,
Yeah.
I let go of what no longer serves me. And I'm not going to keep on doing things that doesn't serve me or make me happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying just from the people pleasing, from just everything else, relationships and just money. Like I'm not going to do something that doesn't give me life. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel. And as I move forward and elevate higher, that's how I'm going to be. So yeah, that's my mantra for this year.
I like that. I like you go, bro.
Listen, man. You got the wrong one. I'm not the type to live by quotes or something. I just do what I got to do. You feel me? I live life, experience life. I guess maybe not a mantra, but like just a feeling for 2025. It's just kind of, doing what's gonna give something of value in the future.
Yeah.
I want to start building value for my life and who I'm gonna be in the future.
Yeah. I think finding myself. I think like as cliche as that sounds. I feel like 25, 26, these years ahead. I think 1 year can kind of like encapsulate all this. But I've struggled with all my years kind of like doing the right thing, whether it's like picking the right major, going to a college, doing all these things, picking this job, staying in jobs, or like just trying to like feed into like something not going out, not experiencing life as you mentioned, right? Mm-hmm. Making those excuses, maybe next year, right? Mm-hmm. But like life is not promised, bro. So like that's why like finding myself, I got asked the question from my fiance, what makes you happy? And like I just started pointing to like things that are like in front of me. Oh, Muay Thai, games. But it's like, it don't make me happy. Like you get a dopamine hit from it. Right. But it's like, what makes you happy?
Genuine happiness.
And that's what I have to find, right? Like, I've dealt with a lot of sorrow, a lot of pain, but like you'll never see it. I'm a big shield, right? Like that's just how I've always been as a kid, right? We were grown in, unfortunately, sometimes as men, we're taught not to cry, to like kind of like push through. But I think this year is like time to like kind of peel the onions, right? Try to like really power through and find myself. What makes me happy? Right, even whatever scars I gotta heal from that is what I gotta heal. But yeah, I would say that's my mantra.
So you said two things I want to touch on.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have a mantra now.
Hey.
So I think the saying something along the lines of people overestimate what they could do in 24 hours.
Yeah.
People underestimate what they could do in 365. You feel me? So just kind of going off of that, knowing that, one day isn't going to change the world, but accumulation of those days can really make a lot happen.
Yeah.
So just using time wisely, effectively, making sure that I'm doing what I need to do when it needs to get done. And then the second thing that you said was, what's genuine happiness? And that kind of made me think about what I find that to be. It's just peace, man. I like my peace.
State of mind. That was mine last year to understand like what makes me happy is just a state of mind.
Yeah, like just being peaceful, calm around my surroundings. I don't want to like be high strung in any environment, at work, at home, around friends.
Facts.
I don't want to do none of that. If I feel like something is breaking my peace, then it's got to get cut.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, it's okay. Like I said, my cup runneth over. I have a lot of peace to go. But, you know, just kind of like finding that stable peace, as little as fluctuation of peace as I could get to.
Yeah. Nah, I like that. I like that.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our first episode back in the new year of Getting Older. I want to thank you guys again, Brandon, Steven Brito.
Steven.
Steven.
Forget it.
I'm gonna look at it. I won't
I go
forget.
by Brito, by the way, but we're going to use Steven today.
Yes, but I want to say thank you guys again for watching and joining us in the new year, and also your support, guys. Because a lot of times, I haven't been consistent the last few weeks of putting every week. Like, where's the new
been the
episode? Where's the new
holidays,
episode? Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying like that's just me, working on that part as well. But I'm excited for you guys to see what's going on, and I'm excited for the guests and the topics that we're gonna have as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Happy 25, folks.
See ya. That was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Great. Did you enjoy our little Drake versus Kendrick segment?
I had to put my phone down for a second. No, what you said, it's funny.